Hello everyone. Today we'll be bringing you a review of the Pilot G6 0.7 gel ink pen, retractable. Now, first thing about this, the G6 by Pilot is essentially identical to the G2, and you can use the G2 refills, writes exactly the same as the G2, uses the same ink and everything like that. It's essentially just a larger G2. And larger in the fact that the barrel is much bigger. The entire thing is rubber coated, so it essentially has one large grip on almost the entire pen, aside from kind of an oval shaped portion on the front and back to show you the ink. And it has like a contoured finger grip here also. So let's get started on the review. Getting to the refill is fairly straightforward. There's only one real access point up front here. Just have to be careful not to lose the spring. With pens that have a refill right up front, I noticed there's a tendency to, when you take that little cap off, the spring to fall out. But besides that, not much to it. Now, first of all, the pen does feel really good. The size and the fact that it's made, to kind of contour to your fingers is pretty evident right off the bat. Refill clicks good, seems like a good quality pen. Rubber feels good all over the pen. Gives you a nice grip on it. On the contoured barrel too, there's about 5, 6, 7 rings or so, maybe a few more, that kind of give you a little bit better grip also. So besides the contour, that kind of gives you a good hold on the pen. Now, when we write with it, that's where things go not so great with the pen. It feels good writing. Writes pretty smoothly, flows right along in your hand. However, the layout of the ink is a little inconsistent, I should say. When you get it to go out consistently, it looks good on the paper. It's nice, kind of bold text, really stands out. You do get inconsistencies with the writing now. You get some points where it kind of blobs a little bit, other points where it kind of skips out a little and becomes a little thinner. So that is a bit of a problem, in my opinion. It gets a little hard, and you can see I kind of just had the pen sitting for a second, and I got a big blob there. When I write the lines here, I get like a blob kind of right around the side of the curve. It doesn't always happen, but it does happen sometimes. So that is a bit of a problem with the pen, and one thing that I don't like about it. It's you kind of don't want inconsistencies like that as you're writing. Another big issue I had with the pen, besides the blobbing, is the smearing of the ink. It will smear a lot, and it takes a long time to dry. There's been other pens out there I've reviewed that dry almost instantly. This is not even close. I'll write a few here, and we'll kind of do the smear test a few seconds apart. So this one, see, and this is actually another good example of how the blobs come in, because you notice I let these sit for a little longer, and most of it didn't smear except for the large blobs that wound up laying there. After maybe 10 to 20 seconds, you're not going to get too much smearing, but you're still getting a little bit, which is actually a pretty big downside to the pen. And a little bit more long-term writing, more of the same. When you get the ink to come out smooth and consistent, it looks great on the paper, writes smoothly. It's just those issues with, a little bit of skipping, a little bit of blobbing here and there do get to be annoying. And then, of course, we did our smear tests here too, and did not perform so well. So, I mean, these have been sitting for a few minutes. They're dry now, but the ones that were freshly written smeared pretty significantly. Another issue some people have with the pen, I don't really think it's a big deal, but with the Pilot gel pens here, you can see the barrels has these clear ovals so you can see the ink. You get this kind of brown, amber, rusty looking substance at the back of the gel instead of other gel pens that just have a clear substance. Some people find that unsightly. I don't think it's too much of a big deal. I don't really think it takes away from the pen. I guess it could be considered one downside to the pen overall. So the overall verdict for it, it writes good, feels good in your hand, it's smooth. It's just the overall consistency of the ink could use a lot of improvement, honestly. So it's more a pen that I wouldn't say is good for everyone, but I'm sure there are some who will kind of swear by it. So it's one of those things that you really have to like it to to want to use it consistently and want to buy it. Thanks for watching.